everybody, it's Kathy Champion and you're back in my craft room here at Random Acts of Crafting, and today we're going to use the Forever Fern and the Garden, let's see if I can remember, Forever Greenery paper. We're going to use the Ornate borders and the Ornate layers and also the Scripty 3D embossing folder. And I have a really cute card that I want to do. So before we get started, I'm going to show you what I did with this paper. I cut a strip of this paper and then I cut down on one side just to get one layer of the leaves. You can do it off of either side. And I cut those like this, and then I cut these down to 5 1/4. So that will fit perfectly on our card base, and this is 11 by 4 1/4. So I'm sorry, this is 4 inches. Okay, this is cut at 4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. So, and this is a very thick, thick Whisper White cardstock. So, and again, this is the paper that is in that Forever Greenery suite. You can pick this up separately, or you can buy all these things in the suite. It's totally up to you. Also, the Forever Fern comes with a set of dies that are called Forever Flourishing, and these are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous dies, and they allow you to cut out all of the leaves that you can cut from the stamp set. And I've got a lot of these on blocks because we're going to be stamping and we're going to be cutting. So let's go ahead and start stamping out our images that we're going to cut. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm using 3 green inks. I'm using the Shaded Spruce, the Pretty Peacock, and the Old Olive. I thought this was a nice a range of ink colors for what we're doing here. So I'm going to start out with the Shaded Spruce, and I'm going to stamp that one in that color. And this little piece that looks like eucalyptus, I have to stamp block it and big enough. Nope. Let's get something a little bit bigger. Let's go with this one. And that looks like a eucalyptus, so I'm going to stamp it in the Pretty Peacock because that's a nice color for eucalyptus. And then the last thing that I'm going to stamp is these 2 leaves right here. And you can see that they are, one goes this way and one will go that way. So we're going to do that in the Old Olive. So let me get a piece of scrap paper and we're going to start stamping, because you know that's always fun. So I'm going to pull out just some little scrap pieces of paper that I have here, a couple different little size pieces, and let's go ahead and start with this. And we're going to need 2 of each of these. So I'm going to stamp out 2. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up just like that and stamp. And I love these. These are the distinctive stamps, and look how beautiful they are. So I'm going to stamp that down like that, and I'm going to sit those over there and let them dry. So we'll put that over there, and now we're going to stamp these in the Old Olive. Let's see, we might be able to use this for, let's get these over here. Maybe we can do that on the other side. Very good. And if y'all see my hands, I've got green fingers because I've been playing in green ink this morning. Okay, so now let's go ahead and pull out this Pretty Peacock. I love this ink. It is so beautiful. It's just a really nice teal, and it is gorgeous. So let's see, maybe we can stamp one like this. Isn't that gorgeous? And maybe one like this. Yep. So we got all of our stamping done, other than our sentiment, and we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, we got these ready, so I'm going to go and run these through the die cut, and we will be right back. Okay, we're back, and we have all of these pieces cut, so we're going to move these up here out of our way, and we've got our 2 strips cut, so I'm going to lay those up there with that, and we have our card base. So the next thing I want to do is I want to grab these ornate layers, and I want to use this piece right here. So I am going to take a scrap piece of green cardstock, and I'm going to use this one and this one. No, I think I'm just going to use that one. Yeah, just want that one. So let's lay these over here. And I had a piece of green, and I'm going to run this through the die machine. And we will be right back, and all I'm going to do is put this down, run it through, and we'll be right back. And I'm also, while I'm gone, I'm going to also run that through the embossing folder. And like I said, I'm using this Scripty 3D. Let me show you what that looks like. And you'll see it once I do it. I set up my station for my embossing across from my desk and die cutting. So I just run over there and take care of all this and come back. That way I don't have to lug a heavy machine up and down. I do have a small machine that's sitting here beside me that I can bring up if I need to do something small, but if I have to do a whole lot, I just run over to the table and take care of it. But there's that Scripty, and it's just a beautiful script. Let's see if you can see it better. No. I don't think it shows up as good that way as it does this way. But it's a Scripty, and it's beautiful. So we're going to use that. And I'm going to go cut this and emboss it, and I'll be right back. Alright, this piece is cut and embossed, and look how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Alright, so we got that done. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I want to use the Ornate borders. And I'm going to put this die back in where it belongs so I don't end up getting everything mixed up. But I am going to use this die. This is going to give a very delicate edge. And what I want to do is I want to cut a piece that is going to look like this. So let me go take care of that, and this is the piece that's going to hold our sentiment. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and as you can see, I have cut my piece and I stamped my sentiment on it. And this sentiment is from the Forever Fern, and it's this one right here that says you can do this. And this is what it looks like. Beautiful sentiment. Just if you need to send encouraging word to someone or whatever. So now let's bring our card base back over. And what I want to do, I also punched out from, this is another part of the Forever Fern, and this is called the Forever Gold Specialty Designer Series, and you get 3 sheets of 2 of each of this beautiful gold foil, and I pulled off 2 of the sprigs. And we are going to put those on our card to give it just a little more pizzazz. Trying to decide if I want to use this heavy cardstock or if I want to get something a little lighter. I'm I'm going with this since we've already got it. So what I want this piece just to go right down the center, just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and use some snail. And I am going to run this across the back. Oops. Well, I tore my cardstock that time. I guess I must be to the end of my snail. No, it still wants some on there. Okay, let's try that again. Maybe I just need to do little pieces like that. Okay, so now we're just I'm gonna make sure that my script is going in the right direction, and it looks like that is where it needs to be. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it and getting it centered as best I can before I stick it down. And y'all hear my dog snoring in the background. They are under my desk and they are sawing logs. Okay, so that is down. So now we want to do the same thing with these, and we want to put them right along the side. Let's see if I want them going this way. I think I like them going up. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to put some snail. And I am going to give myself a little border. Oops, that doesn't look straight, does it? There we go. Now let's do this piece. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to try to even it up from the bottom and the edge. Just like that. Alrighty, the card is coming together, and look how pretty that's going to look on there. But even more when we get our little leaves on here. And what I want to do is I want to go about center way, and I want to fan those out just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little piece of snail right across the middle, and that will allow me to stick these flowers or these leaves down into that snail. And one of these. And then we're going to do the same thing at the bottom, but I'm going to do opposite. I'm going to pull this over to this side, and then this one here. And then we're going to put this gold right here in the middle. And now we're going to take our sentiment and we're going to put the snail across there, and then we're just going to put this right over top of it and press it really good. Now we still have these, and these I want to come right around our sentiment, just like that. And I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a little liquid glue. So I am just going to take and put a little bit of liquid glue right like that. And the same thing with this one. Just put a little bit down the middle and a little bit on that stem. And then just let that wrap around the words. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Now all we need to do is put some layers on the inside. And let's see if we could get away with that. Nope. Let me see. Let me look in my scraps and see what else I have in my green. I have another piece of this, and I think I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/4 by 4. So let's get our paper trimmer. This is 4, so we need to cut the green. Let me get another piece of green. That's a different shade too, but I think that will work. Yeah, we can make that one work. Okay, so our card is 4, so we need the green piece to be 3 3/4. We'll get this. Oops. Okay, 3 3/4. So we're going to cut that down. I'll tell you what, let's cut it off this way first. Let's go at 5 1/2. No. Let's go this way. 4, 3 3/4. By 5 1/4. So length was good, the width was wrong. So 5 1/4. And that piece was just about there, so that was a good way of not wasting more paper. Okay. Now we have this piece. Let's grab a piece of white. And this piece needs to be 3 1/2. Now I will say save that because we can use that for a sentiment. By 5. Okay, now we're going to stamp our sentiment again. And this will be layered on here. Let's make sure everything fits before we stamp and commit and everything else. Let's make sure this is going to be a good fit. And yes, that looks like it is perfecto. Very good. All right, so we're going to stamp our sentiment on this now. So we had this one right here, and we did it in the Pretty Peacock. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. I think it's so, so beautiful. All right, so we're going to close this ink pad up so that I don't make a total mess. And I think this time I'm going to use some liquid glue, and we're going to glue this together. So the first thing I want to do is put this piece on here. The liquid glue allows you to have a little bit more wiggle room when you are gluing down your pieces than sometimes the permanent snail. So let's put that down just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to bring our card back over, and we're going to put liquid glue on the back of this. Now I do want y'all to know that I did not get inspiration for this card off of Pinterest or someone else's video. This was totally my design. And I had so much fun making this. I thought it turned out really pretty. And I challenge you to do this. Just sit down in your craft room and just start playing. That's how this came about. I was just playing with colors and pieces of paper, and the next thing you know, I had this. And I think it turned out really pretty. I hope that you like this card. I hope that you'll try something like this. If you are interested in any of the products that I showed today, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you do not have someone that takes care of your stamping needs, I would be more than glad to help you with whatever you need. I am building my business, and I appreciate your business. So if you are interested in any of the stamps or the dies or any of the other products that I use, the stamp blocks, the trimmer, you will not be disappointed with anything from Stampin' Up! It is such a high quality product. I have just been so pleased with everything that I've used, and I think you will be too. So also, if you are interested, you do not have to sell to come into Stampin' Up! You can come in as just a hobbyist, and as long as you keep the minimum of $300 per quarter, you might just want to buy for yourself. You may have some friends that might say, oh, I wouldn't mind having this or that, and you'll be surprised how easy it would be. But they're doing a promo right now. Anytime that you sign up as a demonstrator, you get $125 of any product out of our catalog that you want. You can choose anything you want. I know the first thing I picked up was my trimmer because I wanted that trimmer. And that's really what got me started with Stampin' Up! I saw the quality of that trimmer, and I fell in love with it. So, and then I tried some of the other products when I ordered my kit, and I thought, this is quality stuff. I really like it. So that's how I got started, and I was not a Stampin' Up! Fan, as I've told many of you this before. But as I've said before, we get what we pay for. This is a little more expensive, but it's high quality product, and I have fallen in love with everything Stampin' Up! So they're offering an incentive to join up during the month of June. If you sign up as a demonstrator, you get to pick out a bundle, which a bundle is a stamp set and coordinating dies. And I will link the catalog under this video so that you can take a look in the catalog. You can choose $125 worth of merchandise and a free bundle outside of your $125. So what I suggest, pick out your bundle that's the most expensive and then build around that with your other $125 worth of product. And you only pay $99. No shipping. They even pay the shipping to send it to you. Plus you get a whole stack of catalogs. I think like 8 catalogs. And it's a wonderful deal. So if you're interested in signing up and joining my team, you can do that. You don't have to sell. You can just do it as a hobbyist. You can join and just to get your kit and stay in it for 3 months, drop out. If you're not happy with it and you don't want to do it, you can drop out. So it's a great time to grab that extra bundle and give it a try and see what you think. You may love it just like I did. But I said all that to say this. You also, if you would just want to earn some free product, you can host an online party. Just invite some of your people that you know from Facebook and have them order some stuff, and you will earn free product. So another good way to get some things that you want without costing you a lot of money. I think that was all that I needed to say this time, but I hope that you will take a look at the catalog, go shopping, or contact me and I'll walk you through the process of getting signed up if you want to sign up to sell. Some beautiful products this time, this catalog. We got a mini catalog coming out in August, so be on the lookout for that. And that's going to have a lot of Christmas products in it. Can't wait. I can't wait to see the Christmas stuff. Y'all know I love Christmas. So anyway, I'm going to close out for now. And I just want to tell you all how much I love you, how much I enjoy bringing videos to you. And as I always say in closing, be kind to someone today. Show mercy. Christ showed mercy on us, and it's our duty to show mercy on others. So show love to someone today. Let someone know that they're special to you. And as I always say in closing, let everything you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven, because he's so worthy. Until we craft again, God bless. Bye-bye.